that's a gasket. Oh, that's important. That there. Where did my towel go? Oh, where did it go? I could just burn it off and I'll be just fine. Where did it go? Oh. Ow. Hey there, everybody. Oh man, you left me. And all sorts of fun shit in there. Hey there. How's it going wherever you're at? What am I smoking? Wish I was smoking something sometimes. Nothing today, let's put it that way. Why, should I be? Whoa, this thing's fucked up. That's a size 8. I need my 12. Yep, there it is. Oh, that's a size 6. Well, size 8 it is then. Oh, that's my little diffuser. There's my 12. One pug life? No, I've never seen that. What is it? Okay, I'll have to check him out then. That sounds interesting. Oh, 15 years, oh shit. That's a long time. I'm only doing YouTube to spread the knowledge that I've gained, because welding industry as a whole is getting smaller, and we can't really afford to lose people, so we need to replace some of the old heads that are retiring. Oh, that's no. Wow, that's pretty impressive. Not gonna lie, that's pretty impressive. That's lanthanate. What is lanthanate doing in there? That's pretty cool. And I'd like to get to that point where this becomes a big thing, but honestly, my Facebook has blown up way more than this, and I don't know how or why, but I'll just go with it. Yeah, it is bad, because over in like Europe, such as like Germany and whatnot, they do a lot more over there. They really support it. Over here, it's not that they don't, well, they really don't support it. There ain't much going on over here as far as trades. So instead of diving, you decided to climb. Interesting. What made you do that? Just availability of work, or do you enjoy it more? Discord and kick. I don't even know what those are. I'm not looking to make a living out of it. Be cool if it did, but I'll never quit my full-time job. Money was good, saw the country. Yeah, well, same thing with me. I did pipeline I did pipe work for the better part of 14 years. For 7 years, I traveled. I know a little bit about small engines, not a whole lot. Oh, sweet. Oh, is it doing good? Yeah, I know a little bit of small engine stuff, not enough to get by. I'm working on a tractor. I put a short up of me doing wheelies with a tractor. I'm working on making a go-kart out of that, but it runs fine. I don't really need to do much. Probably need to replace the spark plugs. That's about it. Do you have an issue with a small engine? I might be able to help. Made more money working half the time. That's the way to do it right there. I'll get there. I made the most money when I was 20, 21 years old. Of course, I wish I was a little smarter back then. I would have saved a bunch. Oh well. Live and learn, I guess. Do I think Crooks is a patsy? I don't know what that means. I hear a fox out there, probably looking for my chickens. same as it. Yeah, all right. Thanks, you too. Oil industry should come back. I'm sure it will. It might be more hydrogen than oil, but that's all right. Gotcha, bitch. Take it easy. Not too bad. Didn't do much today. It was more of a hang day for me and my kids. How was yours? Slept a whole lot. Probably catching up from the week, I bet, huh? Yeah, I could work on my motorcycle while I'm in here. I just don't feel like it. Yeah, I like beer. I'm more of a whiskey person, especially lately. I don't drink near as much beer as I used to. But yeah, I like a good beer. Grab something real. Yeah, you grab something real quick. I'll be right back. And I'm back. Sorry, it took me a little longer than I thought. My favorite moment in life so far. Ooh. That is a very tough question. Give me a minute while I contemplate my answer. Yes, I have kids, and if my favorite moment in life so far is tied for when both my kids were born. Now, that sounds like a very generic answer, but it is the truth. Of course, I'm trying to find my tin snips, and they are nowhere to be found again. Just had them. Fuck. Oh, there they are. How about you? You got kids that are Kit Kat? Any dating advice? God. You might be talking to the wrong guy. I've been married to the same woman since I've been with the same woman since I was 17 years old. So, dating advice? The only thing I can give you is be genuine and honest, because the last thing you want to do is keep up with a lie. If they don't like who you really are, then they're never going to like you. Oh, I mean, that's all I got, unfortunately. I wish I had more for you, but that's it, man. If they don't like who you are, they're never going to like you for real. Last thing you want to do is keep up with a lie. It's not worth your time. It's not worth her time either, or his time. I don't know who you are or what you're looking for. Please ask any questions while you're here. Welding related or not, I don't care. I like talking to people. I may not be a people person. That doesn't mean I can't like talking to people. That's fair. That's interesting. I understand that. I'm kind of the same way to a point. I keep to myself for the most part and don't say much, but it is interesting to hear other people's take on life, because everybody has a different take, you know? And it changes throughout your life, throughout your career, throughout your life, throughout your marriage, throughout your retirement, whatever you want to call it. It'll change. Well, maybe it won't. Who knows? Mine certainly changed a whole lot. Let's think of a project. If anyone wants to think of a sheet metal project to do, a small one, let me know. Oh, apparently these aren't very sharp. A metal rose. Yeah, all right. I can do one of them. I've done a couple of them in the past. I've never done it with this small material. Let's see if I have. So this is a piece of 0.02 millimeter thick brushed stainless steel. And you know what? I like your idea. Let's do it. I just need to get Alright, well, we'll worry about that later. We'll worry about that later. I don't know if I can make them. We used to have a template. Alright, metal rose it is. Metal rose. Let me back this up a little bit more. There we go. All right. One of these so far, okay? Just one. Well, this stuff is so thin, I'm just hoping not to bend it too much or fuck it up too bad. Also, I might have to break out my tweezers. Okay, 1, 2. All right. I read my description. Let me hear a reason. Hear your explanation why. Why what? You're gonna have to remind me on what my description that you're talking about. I'm a little confused. Okay? Uno. I want one of these, each one of these are gonna be a little bit bigger than the other, and I'm gonna do like probably, since this stuff's so thin, probably gonna do 7 or 8 of them for one rose. I don't know. Play it by ear, we'll see. Somebody's out shooting 22s. No. Why am I going to be the most dangerous weapon in the welding industry? Well, the idea is that what I want to do is I have been a pipe welder for 14 years. I have found out through my career that I have limited myself. And my goal is to master every process in every way possible. No, I am going to weld these pieces together. I'll show you how I'm going to do that. So my goal is to learn every process, and not just to learn them, but to master it. Every single one. Before I retire. I'm pretty confident I got a very good handle on stick welding. Pretty confident. TIG welding I'm working on. I can TIG weld. I haven't mastered it. MIG, yeah. Pulse, yeah. And by master, I mean like, yeah, every process. Every single one. And by master it, I mean be able to replicate an X-ray quality weld every single time. Even if I'm not welding in the field, because I'm a weld instructor, so I'm not welding in the field anymore. I still want to master every process. And I mean like resistance welding, sub-arc. If I ever get the opportunity to, I want to do some explosion welding. I've done thermite stuff. Oh, I beg to differ. There's masters. I know of a few. Nice. Yes. This one? Well, sure, we can always improve. I'm not saying perfect. Just because you're a master of something doesn't mean you're perfect at it. A master is just somebody that knows and understands every part of that process, and any challenge you get, they can overcome it. I know many welders who are really good welders, but will not be able to overcome every problem in the process that they're comfortable with. I'm confident in my stick welding skills that I can overcome just about anything. TIG, no, not yet. MIG, yeah, I think so. But you know, anything else, no. So I want to be able to do it all, which is why I do these projects that I do, which is why I became a weld instructor. Well, actually, I became a weld instructor because I wanted to teach other people how to weld, because I've come to find out that people in the welding industry seem to think they know how to weld, and well, a lot of them don't. A lot of them do, but also a lot of them don't. Okay, you're gonna have to learn me up on what DSAW is. Does that have to do with subarc or no? Or am I way off? Nah, I'm not going to tell you where. You can probably figure it out. I'm not secretive about it. I've done welding long enough to where I just don't. I was in the field for a while and got tired. Double spring. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Oh, okay. Nice. That is something I want to get into. I did a lot of inspection work for bridge work, and they did a lot of submerged arc. I never did it myself, but it was interesting to watch. How much is an entrance level welding machine? What process are you looking to do? I can point you kind of in the right direction. I mean, because honestly, home welding, I mean, I've got these two machines here. They're both Yes Welders. Okay. So I have the TIG 200, Yes Welder TIG 200P. Yes Welder updated all their stuff to TIG 200P Pro on their website. I would recommend Yes Welder, not just because I'm sponsored, but because they're actually pretty good machines. But if you're not interested in Yes Welder, and I know some people aren't, and that's perfectly fine, Eastwood is a good brand. Matter of fact, Eastwood is very close to me. Everlast is a good brand. That they're a little less expensive. Yeah, I like Eastwood. Eastwood's a good brand. Everlast. You can get the more expensive ones like Aesop, Lincoln, and Miller. I just don't necessarily recommend it because of how expensive they are. Now, they're expensive for a reason. Don't get me wrong. But not when you're they're just not worth it, in my opinion, when you're just starting. You know what I mean? But I mean, I have Yes Welder machines here, and they work just fine. As a matter of fact, I've been contracting for the Yes Welder for the past couple of years now in order to not only make videos for them, but to give them insight on making better machines. So I'm not the only one. They've contracted a couple of people to do this. So I'm not a special case. But they are actually a very decent company for home hobbyists and people who want to learn how to weld. I'm not sponsored, I contract. Big red or big blue if I had the choice? That's a great question. Well, let me put it to you this way. If I were in a shop, blue. If I am in the field, red. Miller machines in the field are good, don't get me wrong. I'm very used to running Lincolns in the field. I know how to fix them. I know how to run them. I know where to get the parts. I know what they feel like. I'm just more used to them. I'm not necessarily saying they're any better or worse. Yeah. The first thing I said when they offered a contract to me is, I say, you got to send me a welding machine first before I do anything, because I'm not gonna vouch for your machines and put my name all over it if it's no good. They're pretty decent. I'm not gonna say they're the greatest. Don't get me wrong. They're not the greatest machines in the world, but they work for the price that you pay for them. They're good. Don't get their welding rods. They kind of suck. The TIG 200P was $549, and I think the TIG 200P Pro is also $549 on their website. Now, I have a code. If you want to use my code, it's StickmanFab23. You can get 10% off at yeswelder.com. I don't think it can be used during the Prime Day sale, but if the Prime Day sale is over, you can use that. But they're good machines, and I wouldn't be saying that if they weren't good machines. I have a yeah. Yeah, I mean $55 off. Like I said, I don't think you can combine the deal with the Prime Day sale if it's still going on, but it's worth a shot. I mean, it's the worst that can happen. And like I said, they're good machines. I'm not just saying that to try and get a machine sold. I'm saying that because I genuinely think they're good machines. I'm not one of those people that just tries to sell crap to make money. I could care less. I'm not doing this for money, obviously. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do at least 2 more. It's hot here. Now the new TIG 200P, probably can't understand a fucking word I'm saying. The new TIG 200P has square wave technology, which is the same stuff that like Lincoln Square Wave and Miller Dynasties have. Matter of fact, it's the same exact technology. You can adjust the waveform and all that stuff for AC TIG. It's pretty sweet. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. You use the machine that you got, you know. If it works, it works. I mean, the square wave is pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty cool. But it's not necessary. I mean, you can do just fine without it. Mine's not square wave, and I'm doing just fine. At least I think I'm doing just fine. I don't know. I'm still learning. Still trying to master the art of TIG welding because I ain't there yet. Plenty of other stuff. I'm sure. Yeah, I pretty much have to stop spending on tools and just start making money at this point. It gets addicting, but then you get to a point where you're like, okay, I gotta make money with this stuff now. until the body gets. Yeah, that's another thing about this. You know, working blue collar is you gotta worry about your body. That's why I stopped. Well, that's why I stopped welding full time. Was my body wasn't liking me, to put it simply. I was having some serious health issues that kind of hurt my quality of work, and I wasn't about to let my quality of work give up, so I got myself fixed and then stopped. Oh yeah, tools are a big addiction. It's bad. Like I thought food was bad. No, this is way worse. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That should be enough there. All right, so I'm gonna take, where are my little, maybe drinking a little too much now. I'm starting to get a little cloudy. Anyways, there we go. I gotta take these in order from size and drill a hole right through them. AI? I don't know what you mean by AI. This is stainless. This is just 304 brushed stainless. The gauge, I have no idea. I know it's 0.02 millimeters thick. It's only a little thicker than tin foil. That's about all I got. Okay. Okay. Look at these cute little vice grips here. This is exactly what this stuff's for right here. I don't know how the hell I'm gonna manage to do this, but there you go. 6 pieces. Each one being a little bigger than the next. Yes, I have baby chickens. They're getting big. I also have a rooster that's taking a nap. Oh, aluminum. No, it's stainless. It's brushed stainless steel. It's 304 gauge. It's 304L stainless. Really, really, really thin. 0.02 millimeters. Or maybe 0.2. Maybe 0.2 millimeters, not 0.02. 0.2. Yeah, I think that's what it actually is. Okay, now let me find a little bolt in my menagerie of shit. Not the bolt, I need a nut for that, but I don't have a nut for that one. point in time where I had small bolts. All right. How'd I get the hole in the drywall? Oh, funny story about that. I have yet to fix it. I was moving my backhoe attachment to my little tractor. I have a little Mahindra tractor that has a backhoe attachment. Well, it was sitting in the garage and I moved it and it fell. Yeah. It kind of hit the wall a little bit. Oopsies. All right. Now, with this little rose, I'm gonna tack these together so they don't move too much. I have this cute little thing right here. This is one of them little spot welders that you use for doing battery terminals and stuff. A company sent me one to try, and I don't do battery terminals. I don't do batteries. I don't do any of that stuff. So I had to come up with a project. I'm glad. I forget who even suggested this. No, it's not too bad considering what could have happened. Oh. Really? All right, well, let's turn you up then. Flying fuck. There you go. Okay, that's what I want. All right. I'm glad you guys are finding friends. All right. I'm going to take these, pinch them together. I'm going to do a couple tacks in the center here. Hopefully that holds it together for now. I'm not looking for this to be the most permanent thing in the world, but it could be. Okay. Nice. Alright. A couple little tacks in here to hold them together. Looks good. It's kind of funny that you guys found people you know together. That's kind of cool. Okay. Got 3 little tacks there. These tacks are only going to hold this down for the time that it takes for me to actually bend this stuff. Oh, that didn't work. Okie dokie. That's all 6 of them. Kind of a little tack welded together there. See that? Little tacks. This little thing. I'm glad you came up. I forgot who came up with this idea, but a really good idea. Thank you for that. I just got to find a bolt that fits them all. I used to have small little bolts in here. I may have used them all. Oh, I could. I could do that. But typically I'd bolt these together. Probably could. That's quite all right. Well, I think I'm just going to use a aluminum rivet for now, see if that works. I would like to wind the copper wire together and make an actual stem like that. Let's see if I got little, I think I got little ones here. My eyes are getting tired. I've been up for quite a while now. Well, stay tuned, guys, because if you guys want to subscribe and do this, if you guys want to stick around for, I want to do some more lives and stuff like this on the weekends. .2, okay. Awesome. I'll plan to do more stuff like this. I also want to start doing some more long form videos and try and make this more of a thing than what I have been lately. I haven't, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm going to try and make this more of a consistent thing. I haven't been very consistent with it lately, and it's probably hurting me. But like I said, I'm not necessarily doing this for to make any sort of money. I don't really care. I just want to get. I enjoy welding a little too much, and I really enjoy talking about it. I enjoy doing it for people. I enjoy answering questions, so I just do it. Form this business around talking about it. Where are my drill bits at? Son of a bitch. these aren't the drill bits that I wanted, but probably get away with it. Well, thank you guys. I very much appreciate all that. That should work. Stick around because I'm building this. Somebody asked me to, I forget who asked me. Somebody asked me to do a rose with this really thin sheet metal. And I just started doing it and I completely forget who asked me. All right. This is a stainless steel rivet. Ah, I drilled a hole too big. That might be a problem. Ah. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Matter of fact, I did do them for her before. I'll have to show you what I did. I did 1/8 inch. Did 1/8 inch of thick steel, and I had to. There we go. Yep. I'll show you real quick. So I did a bouquet for her. Well, I did 6 steel ones. When I first learned to do it, I did like 6 steel ones and painted them red. And she really loved them. So I did a bouquet. And the bouquet ended up, was pretty cool. But I was making it so it could hang on a wall. And it ended up being like 40 pounds. It was a little ridiculous. Here, I'll pull it out. She likes them a lot, but... And matter of fact, when I made them, she said I should start selling them. Oh, why can't I turn the lights on? Why aren't the lights working? There we go. So here. Yeah, I made those a while ago. And they're made out of 16, I think it was 14 or 16 gauge sheet metal. So she really liked them. And then I made this thing. Now this is 1/8 inch plate. Or 10 gauge, whatever you want to call it. But this thing weighs a ton. I mean, it weighs a lot. I made the leaves for it and everything. Yeah, I mean, it came out fantastic, but like the amount of work that I put into these things, I mean, I can't tell you how many people are like, you need to start selling them or custom make a set. And I'm like, look, if somebody will pay me for them, I will make a set. But they're going to pay a good chunk of change because that is a lot of time. I mean, I love them. I actually really do enjoy making them. But, like I said, the sheer amount of... Nightstick. Yeah, that's a weapon. But like I said, I intended to make them so she could hang them on the wall, but I mean, if you guys are really interested in them, I'll make another set. Like I said, I enjoyed making them, but the amount of effort I put in for them, if I were to make them for like a paying customer, it would cost like, I mean, I would have to charge somebody like $1,500 for them because these sheer, it took me every Now, I didn't work on them 8 hours a day, but it took me every bit of a month and a half maybe to make them. I mean, it was ridiculous. It got to the point where I was tired of them. I was like, I can't wait for these to get done. But they were, really like how they came out. Now, I'm not a painter. That was a Rust-Oleum paint job, and I found out really quick that I suck at painting. I appreciate the subscription. So let me get back to these. Oh, shit. I fucked that up so bad. I'm supposed to alternate these. I might be able to get away with it. Or I might have to drill that. Let's see if they'll spin. I might get away with it. I may have to drill that rivet out. Son of a bitch. Oh, that sucks so bad. So I'm supposed to alternate these. I don't think they'll spin. Nope, I gotta drill that out. Damn it. Oh well. Where's my drill at? Oh, it's right there. All right. Or just huff all the paint. Either way. All right. So these pedals are supposed to alternate. I put them all together. So I'm gonna have to drill that. Hope I can get away with drilling that rivet out. I think I can. I should be able to. Oh. Well, that didn't work at all. Damn it. No, I got it though. All right, I got it. Broke that bit, but I got it. I'm gonna start breaking out my needle nose pliers and shit now. If I had them, I think I broke them last time. Sorry, I can bend these with my hand. There you go. All right. Let me fix my mistake. Okay. So these should alternate. So let's alternate them. Let's put another one of these out again. Oh, and I love these together. Son of a bitch. That's why they wouldn't spin. I might be able to break the tacks. Oh, that was terrible. All right. There's two that I gotta remake. I may have gotten away with that. All right. All right, good night. Nice talking to you. that, right? Yeah. So we're gonna go this way, like that. All right, well, I gotta recut this one real quick. So let's recut that. Definitely recut that one. Yeah, I got a plasma cutter. That would be severe overkill for something this small. I also don't want to wake anybody up at night, so I really try to avoid any of the really loud stuff at night. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to build this up to a point where I can build a small shop out of a pole barn and just do all these little projects in there. That's kind of what I'm trying to get to at some point in time. It'll get there. It's just a matter of being consistent. I started this business in order to do welding for the farmers in the area. Come to find out, there's a lot of fucking people that do that. So I had to rethink what I was doing. So I just started posting stuff on Instagram and Facebook and whatnot. And what I didn't expect was for the shit to get monetized at some point. I was just kind of doing it for fun. Well, I hope you get to I hope you're able to complete your vision, because it's a goal of mine. It's a dream of mine. I'm sure it's a dream of yours. And it would be really nice. And like I said, for me, I'm not looking to do it full time. I'm not looking to quit my job in order to do this. This is in addition to. I enjoy my full-time job a little too much right now. All right, so I made that one. I think I can say, okay. So, I need to make a quick little hole. How the fuck am I gonna do that? I just burned my drill bit up. There's any little ones? Oh yeah, look at that. All right. Might be okay. Might be okay. So this is... I'll be right back. Yeah. Yeah, it's the one thing that sucks is that when I'm out here doing... Now, nobody's home tonight. This is why I get a chance to do it at night, is because my wife's, she's out doing her thing. So I get an opportunity to be in my shop and do this. How did I know? Yeah, thanks. I appreciate the reminder. Don't forget to alternate. So how did I know that welding was going to be my thing? Well, I didn't. To put it simply, I didn't have a freaking clue. And I'll explain that here in just a second. Let me just finish this. So I went to college for mechanical engineering because my dad was a mechanical engineer. That was basically the reason why I went to college. And when I went to college, I had thought that was just going to be it. Now, to give you a little perspective, in high school, I didn't try. If I would have tried, I would have been like a high honor student or something like that, and I just didn't care. I just wanted to get through school. I hated school with a pretty big passion. So when I stopped and go to college, the only reason why I went to college was because that's what I thought I was supposed to do. Yeah, I'm the same way. I do TIG welding at night as my kind of way to calm myself after the day. A lot of people sit out and drink, smoke a cigar, go out with friends, whatever. I sit in my shop and do this. But back to what I was talking about. My girlfriend at the time, or wife now, talked to me about stopping going to college and doing something. Whatever that something is, we weren't really sure. But that was the idea. So I did. I stopped going to college. Told my parents that. They were not too enthusiastic, to say the least. But I did it. And then I spent a year trying to figure out what it is that I wanted to do. So I was a car salesman for a while. I was at a truck body shop, building truck bodies, like manual labor, garage doors, stupid stuff. Oh, that's not gonna work. I need to remake that one too. All right. And it took me about a year to realize that I wanted to weld. So I went to community college for like a month to learn welding, just to get my foot in the door. And I decided, yep, I kind of like this. Now, my goal was to be building race car chassis and stuff like that, because that's what I was into. And I started applying anywhere I could just to get my foot in the door. I didn't care what they were doing. I didn't care if it was welding mud flaps on a truck. I just wanted to do something. And a mechanical contractor in my area told me, look, welding is not what you think it is, because my thought was if I graduate welding school, I'll be able to weld anywhere. And he said, nope, that's not how that works. You have to test for every company you work for. I'm like, oh, so I can't just go out and weld. Nope, not exactly. So I explained more about it, and he said, look, you come on full-time with us, we'll teach you how to weld. We can't take on a part-timer because you have to travel. Gotcha. Okay, so I took a little bit to think about it, and I decided, all right, let's do it. So I talked to them, figured it out, quit school, went to work for them full-time. They taught me how to pipe weld, and I didn't look back until 14 years later. Well, 10 years in. I would say I worked for them for about 7 years, and I loved probably every single minute of it. There was a couple things I didn't like, but, you know, it's like that with every company. But I just found out 7 years later that I was limiting myself to just pipe welding. So I wanted to stop traveling because I was going to slow down and have, a family and have a house and all that stuff. So I wanted to stop traveling, and I found a job with a natural gas company as a pipe welder for them. And as much as I thought they were going to be able to expand me into welding more than just pipe, they did not. They did send me down to become a CWI. They did pay for me to do that, and I'm very thankful for that. But I had intended to be a CWI for the company, and it just didn't work out. So I left. Did some third-party inspection for a little while, and then a trade school got in contact with me and said, we want you as an inspector or as an instructor. I said, I'm not really ready to instruct yet. And, well, I changed my mind pretty soon, and now I'm a weld instructor. Oh yeah, there's a ton to do in the industry. You have more certs than I carried. Any certs that I carried, because I was in the oil industry, so we didn't carry there was no specific, there was no real specific certification. It was, you had to test for every company, which was really annoying. So I had to test for every single company that I worked for. I got old fast. So like I worked for Sunoco, worked for another pipeline company, worked for ExxonMobil, I worked for Gulf, I worked for BP, Texas Eastern, which is now Enbridge. What else? Columbia Gas. Yeah, I did and I had to test for every one of them. So like 50% of my time, not 50% of my time, like I would say 6 months out of the year, I was doing tests. Oh, I work for, well, I kind of third party do bridge inspection. I kind of, again, fell into that by accident. It was a local company that said we'll get you in a bridge inspection. I did it for a while, and I was like, oh, this is cool, but, you know, I'm kind of bored. I got bored really quick. This instructing thing, man, they keep me busy. I tell you what, they keep me busy. Plus, what I'm hoping to do is expand the pipe program. Oh, hang on. Let me make sure I got this set up the way I wanted to. Okay. Put a rivet in here. Got it. Pretty sure that's pretty well in there. There we go. Alternated this time. The best? I wouldn't say the best. The best for my current situation, yes. Because to be honest with you, you get to a point in time where you just don't feel like working hard anymore physically. So, like, as much as I miss working out in the field, I know damn sure that when I was working out in the field, I just don't have the energy that I did then. I don't have the stamina that I did, because the stuff that I did when I was working in the field was a lot of shit that you really don't want to do. It was digging, you know, I was in ditches, I was in the water, I did everything that every other welder rolled up on. That was how we made our money. I'm gonna need like tweezers for this stuff. Made me a better welder for doing all that stuff, but it was a pain in the ass. But yes, as far as an actual instructing, like I really do enjoy it, because I had a contract offer to go up to New York State to do some inspection work for natural gas lines. But as much as the money's really good to do that, the only thing I can say is I don't feel like it. That's it. I don't feel like it. Now, that has not been sealed the deal yet. They're still in contract negotiations, and they got to set up an inspection test plan and all that fun stuff. So it's not sealed yet, but that company knows where I stand, and I just flat out, I'm not sure if I actually want to. Just, I did it for, I mean, I might still be young, but I did it for 14 years. You know, that's a long time. All right, so since this stuff's thin, let me get up my little pliers. Bend each one up. I might just be able to do this by hand, maybe not. Not really. Let's curl these ends in. And just roll them in. Make the first one really nice and tight. basically every time you make these bends, you're going to make them kind of as tight as possible while still showing the fact that they're, you know, a bend. Hey there. Welcome to the party, I guess. I don't know. We'll call this a party for now. There you go. This first one, like that. Okay. And then what you do is take the one on the opposite side and bend that in and bend it around it. I can probably do these by hand because of how thin they are. Matter of fact, I gotta rip this one a little bit. There we go. Yeah, this stuff is like thick. You know, what was his name? Young Entree. Young Entree, you had a pretty good idea. I haven't done these in a little while now, and you know the reason why is because they're such a pain in the ass to do. But this, with how this thin metal, it's not so bad so far. But I do remember the inside being the hardest part. But you kind of start making these middle bends pretty much as tight as possible. I have done soda cans. I have not done razor blades. No, I have not done razor blades. Actually, yes, I did, but that was a long time ago. So here's where this thing comes in handy. Because I would really like to just tack this in place without shocking the shit out of myself. Wonder if it'll let me. Hell yeah. Wonder if they'll let me do it. Nope, not that side. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I mean, it's designed, like I said, it's designed to do battery terminals to make battery packs. But they kind of just sent it to me and just said, here, you know, here's a welder that we want you to try. And I'm like, did some research on it. I'm like, I don't do battery packs, but all right. I didn't quite get it. Kind of comes in handy for weird little shit like this. It's kind of cool. You can buy this really thin stainless steel stuff. Like I said, it's this point. What did I say it was? 0.2 millimeters or something like that thick. It's really small. But it comes in handy and it works. For little stuff like this, it kind of makes it easy, to be honest with you. Let's see if I can get it to fuse up here. Ah, not quite. think it's sold on Amazon for like 40 bucks or something. Well, that's good enough. I don't want to make that any tighter. Fold the thinner side in. Now, as I fold these in, I'm going to make sure the bends are in there right. Yeah, this spins a little bit. It's kind of got, like, they call it gears on it. So you got gears 1 through 11. It's a spot welder is what it is. It's got 2 little electrodes or diodes on it, or whatever you want to call them. It's a spot welder. It works pretty well. I mean, it works very good. Battery powered. And actually, this little, it says online that it can only do 0.2 millimeters for stainless, but I mean, it blows through like 4 sheets of it. I put like 4 sheets together to see how much it can go through, and it went through all 4, and I was like, damn, all right. So, I mean, works pretty well. It's starting to form in the shape. You kind of see the rose petals little by little. Oh man, my fingers are locking up now. It's actually harder to do than what I thought with this little stuff. I thought this was going to be easy because I can bend it with my hands relatively easy, but ow, I cut myself wide open on that. That one hurt. Where did I cut myself? Ow. That'll seal up. Ooh, maybe not. Ooh, boy. Let's go wash that off. I'll be right back. That's a deeper cut than what I thought. Alright. Well, now I'm back. Able to get it to stop with some Elmer's glue. Got a leak. Yeah, shit happens. You know? Oh, it's still leaking. It's alright, I'll be fine. It'll stop. Yeah, you always do opposite pedals. Rip that a little bit. There we go. And then smallest to biggest as well. So end to end. Fix that a little bit. Sometimes you gotta fold the corners in a little bit to get it to fold around it. That's all right. Hey, I appreciate you watching me. I'll stay tuned for more stuff like this. Feel free to send me suggestions or anything you want to see, and I'd be happy to try and make it happen. Have a good night. Cut myself any further? Yep, of course I am. All right, so now I've got all M4 in. Ta-da. Okay. Now I've learned through doing this stuff that art, especially art that has to do with nature, is not supposed to be perfect. Matter of fact, imperfections make it look better. Which is hard for me to do because I'm used to making things a lot more, we'll call perfect. Oh man, I fucked that finger up so bad. Okay. So now I will take all these. Oh well. It'll be fine for now. I'm getting blood everywhere. this is cool. Acetylene torch and an anvil and a hammer, yeah. And it took a lot of time. It was not a short period of time at all. Which is why I said if somebody wanted me to do it for them, I'd do it, but they would have to pay me like $1,500 to do it. Fold these corners in so they stay in. But believe it or not, it was kind of a little, it was easier to keep the pieces in. It took longer, but it was easier to keep the pieces in place because this stuff likes to spring back a little bit. Matter of fact, this didn't come out quite as good, but yeah, it didn't come out quite as good. I could perfect that with a little bit more time. I could make that better, but that's the idea. We got a hematoma disturbance back there. Fun. All right. I don't know if you can see it, the light, but yeah, it's decent. It's okay. I mean, this is a little bit more difficult to get it right. You can do it a lot faster, but you also casualty. Oh well. Well, that's going to be it for now. So, how many people are watching? Oh, just you. I try to do lives every time I'm out here, even if during any filming that I'm doing. But now I'm on Eastern time. No, you are too. But I'm usually, during the weekends, if I got nothing going on, I'll go on. I don't have a schedule. But I try to go on, 2 or 3 mornings a week. Somewhere between like 4 and 6 a.m. because that's before I go to work. I'm doing something. Even if I'm just out here screwing around, I'm doing something. So, but that's, it came out okay. Didn't come out as great as if I would have alternated them a little better, that would have came out all right. But yeah, I'll be around. So that's going to be it for me for tonight. I didn't realize it was damn near 1 o'clock. My youngest is up. So, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Come to find out, the more lives I do, the more subscribers I get, which is interesting. I didn't think that happened, but appreciate you guys watching. Stay tuned for more stuff. Feel free to give me suggestions or even your own input. I take, dark. I take any input, constructive criticism pretty well. I like to see what other people have to say about stuff. So, thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll see you guys sooner than later.